Hill figure. Back in the building Tuesday evening. This is the Star Report. Okay. We had some type of technical issues earlier, so I'm going to give it another shot. I feel like talking to you guys tonight, all right? Keefe D's home has been searched in Las Vegas pertaining to the murder of Tupac Shakur. Details are still coming in. This happened yesterday, if you're not up to speed. Henderson, to be precise. Henderson out there in Nevada, okay? And we're also talking about Carly Russell's family. Her mother in particular has released a new statement. I just pulled it up, saying we will not be bullied. Okay, but are we getting a press conference from Carly Russell? Is she not well enough? This is what we went through with, the older generation, what we went through with Tawana Brawley. It started getting sketchy. They started getting defensive. Oh, are they going to start threatening to sue the media? Is that what's coming next? Okay, anyway, I should be good to go, guys. Again, I had to reset my system here. I'm back in New Jersey, in case you don't know. I'm on the beach, okay? The internet is not as fast as it was in Woodstock, GA, but I've had no real issues thus far. So, Deeds, let me know if we're okay, if we're good, all right? All right, okay. And I also want to do a little research out in Philadelphia. I'm going to be in Philly next week. There's a young man, if anybody knows, 28 years of age, and he opened up a supermarket. I'm going to go by there if anybody knows. I think it's in Mount Airy. I've got some family in Mount Airy. I didn't even call them. I should have, but I'll get the details shortly, okay? Let me go to Cash App while everything seems to be okay. Mark, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, Mark, new lawsuits were filed today. I got 2 new lawsuits, and Tony the Closer and I spoke last night. He's back on the job. Salute to him. I think he went live earlier on Instagram with regards to Cesar Pena, Jennifer Pena, I think, Flipping New Jersey? I forget. And DJ Envy has been included in the lawsuits. So there's a lot more coming. All right. Thank you, Mark, for your donation. Jason, I got your donation. Fuck Keefe D. Witnesses said a fat arm shot Tupac. I'm saying Keefe D was the shooter. I don't believe Orlando shot Tupac. I just don't. I mean, Keefe D was that. What would the words be? Power drunk back in those days. So why would he give that power to his nephew? Huh? It just doesn't make sense, okay? All right, and Quasi, I got your other donation. He says, keep it real. Started you slut out the girl from England and sent her ass home after 2 days from the Red Roof. Now, which girl you talking about? Red Roof. I'm a little confused, Quasi. Are you sipping? You okay? I can't really understand your donation, but thank you, man. Thank you for tapping in, all right? Okay, guys, phone lines are open. We're taking more calls here this evening. Again, the system kind of collapsed. It was buffering. Hopefully the rebroadcast will be okay. Thank you, Deeds. I got your text message. Hey, Deeds, whilst you're at it, here's what I want to research. Black-owned grocery store. I thought I had the address. It might be in Germantown. Okay, here it is. Germantown Avenue. It's in Mount Airy. Pardon me. Germantown Avenue and Horton Street. Salute to this young man. And aside from just saying congratulations, if you're in the Philly area, Mount Airy to be precise, go support this young man. I haven't pulled the notes. I'm just, going off of what I saw online here, okay? Hey, Janet, I got your email. What is Janet talking about? Duane, Keefe D, Davidson. Okay. Janet, do you want to call in? That's 2 whole paragraphs. I can't read all that right now. I don't have my contacts in. But thank you. Thank you so much, Janet, for tapping in, okay? And Vernell, how are you? I got your donation. Okay. I was supposed to have a sponsor calling in, but I guess he didn't get back to me yet. There are new updates, guys. Let me just say again, pertaining to Cesar Pena, Jennifer Pena. Jennifer filed for bankruptcy, in case you don't know, okay? But I didn't post that information because it had an address on there, but that's the latest, and 2 new lawsuits. Again, I have been sending out the lawsuits to people behind the scenes and trying to get people lawyers. So I am actively working, but everything's not going to be said on YouTube, okay? Everybody doesn't want to be embarrassed, but if you have been the alleged victim of a scam, reach out to me, okay? 832, good evening, are you there? We're back in action, 832.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey,
Can you
hey.
hear me, sir?
Hey, thank you for tapping in. How are you?
I'm good. I really just was trying to just come in on the live really quickly. I did see the tagline, of course, that was on my feed and everything like that. So in regards to the whole Keefe D situation,
Yeah.
like, just to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm like, oh, okay, wait. I'm not going to mess up your algorithm as well. I don't want to cuss as well.
Come on.
But seriously, after 28 years, you know what I mean, that you're going to storm somebody's home, if you go back to footage, is on footage that you selected quote information from prior to this year, you know what I mean, a few years back, give it a take. My main thing is just more so, what evidence is there that is left after that many years, decades have passed, that you're acting like you want to solve the case? It kind of brings me, I'm relaying it to the same thing, but when it comes to, for example,
I have to interject and say we've got some noise in the background. Can you make some adjustments?
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to hear
Can you hear me better?
I want to hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Are you
Sorry
saying
about that.
It's okay. Are you saying you don't believe he was involved in the murder of Tupac? What is it you're saying precisely?
No, so I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I don't believe he had a hand in the investigation or in the situation itself.
The killing of Tupac Shakur.
The thing that I don't agree with is the false police concern after 2 decades have passed and some change.
Okay.
Any type of physical evidence and things of that nature that you need, at least to close the case. And then at that, you're allowing publicly for someone to, quote unquote, go through this whole, mirage that they're trying to give us. But over the years, it's factual on the internet.
Okay.
If they said that your nephew was inside of the MGM Grand and they have footage of that, and there was a reason why they didn't investigate you.
Okay. If I can jump in for a second here,
Yeah.
Keefe D, born in 1963, people get older. They don't want to die with things on their conscience. He had cancer. I'm not sure if he still has it. Keefe D's a talker. He runs his mouth. A lot of people from my generation, we're supposed to take things to the grave. But he's been up on the internet doing the most. Vlad TV, Gangster Chronicles, all these other platforms talking. He himself came out in 2018 and admitted he was involved in the goddamn killing. So what are you saying? Are you saying the police and the feds should not be actively pursuing this? What exactly are you saying? I'm a little confused here.
So number one, just to clarify, I would never say that the pursuit or the resolution for the murder that's just been sitting on their desk for over 2 decades should not be solved. Where my annoyance comes from is the fact you've interviewed this man prior. If you got him on record and if you have checked it out to be factual and true, I just don't see how in 2023 now is a time to make this arrest. And my main thing about it is as well with
well, hang on, if I can jump in and answer what you've just said. Hang on. I want us to have a healthy conversation because maybe you didn't catch the broadcast earlier. A lot of people work with the police and the feds.
Yes.
They work with them. A lot of your gangsters, Cosa Nostra, and other people, Irish Mafia, they work with the police. They are allowed to stay in business. Keefe D is no different. He's no different. He has admitted, like myself, to signing proffer agreements. Earlier, I said, here's the way it works with the feds and a lot of times with the police. The old regime retires or they get pushed out. The newer cops come in. They're trying to come up the ladder. The newer agents, they're trying to get brownie points. People want to retire from law enforcement and run for political office. And they need to go back and close some of the old cases to say, hey, we finally figured it out. It was always on my mind, and we finally got him. That's how it works. So this is not a thing of, why now? Well, here's the short answer. Because this old nigga runs his fucking mouth. That's why. Go ahead.
And okay, just to even tag along with that, I actually agree with where you're coming from. Just in general, when it comes to the history of a lot of quote-unquote OGs who sit down with, the 12, well, that's how we address them, But when they sit down and they go over all this information, of course, it's been noted, not even starting from, but example-wise, of Frank Lucas, whomever, and, going downward into our generation. My main thing was...
Can I ask, how old are you, dear? I'm hearing you out. How old are you?
So for me, I'm actually 29. So I can give my own general experience, but I'm not going to pretend. It's just going to be my own personal opinion. You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
For me, Keefe D is a selective teller. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And of course, I was going to address the fact like you have worked with law enforcement. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you're quote unquote selectively giving information about things. Whereas for me, I'm just like, okay, if it was actually a guilty conscience, you want to let something go, just talk about it and get it out. Okay. You can talk one time.
Gotcha.
You're doing this for a monetary gain, and it makes anybody draw conclusions to the rest of your motives for why all of a sudden, because for me, you don't act like you're in fear to say that there would be an investigation. Why would you be in fear if you actually worked with him in the first place? I feel like...
Are you saying Keefe D or me?
When the evidence...
Hang on.
Yeah, I feel like Keefe D is selectively telling, and he hasn't told everything.
Yes. I'm agreeing with you. He's been selective. He's been running his mouth. He's been getting a bag for running his mouth, just like Boosie has been getting a bag for running his mouth. Not to kick Keefe D's back in, but if you were involved in a murder, close your mouth and move the fuck on, old nigga. Take it to the grave.
Right, exactly.
Take it to the grave. If you did not work, hang on, let me just say this. If you did not work a job, you don't have a fucking pension, and you're now out here hustling old jail stories, nigga, it's whatever. You may have to go down finally. I'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
My main thing is, I totally agree with where you're coming from, Star. Truthfully, It would be the ideal world in itself. But my main thing is, for him, when they recorded you on tape and you were over there, quote, quote, selectively telling and doing your, what you do, why are you continuously doing that into the new decade? My main thing is, I don't trust people who already necessarily, especially when it comes to high-profile murders or cases and stuff like that. I don't trust what you're saying. If you're not going to be direct, I know that maybe you're trying to misdirect me from real plausible information. So my main thing is, I don't pay attention to him. My main thing is like, if you raid somebody's house after 20 years, what are you going to find? Yeah. But what is the evidence that you had from 20 years ago? What did it tell you?
Okay. Thank you for your call, and I gave you the last word. I hope that you got it all out. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I couldn't get a handle on where exactly she was going, but thank you. Thank you, young lady. I don't have to, I'm not going to call Keefe D names. I mean, the devil knows its own. If you didn't catch my earlier broadcast, we had some rebuffering issues. I'm saying Keefe D was the shooter. I didn't see him do it. I don't have any hardcore proof. That's my opinion. He was the shooter. And he's been hiding in plain sight all these years. 517, sit tight. You're up next. 517, sit tight. Angelica. Thank you for your donation. I like that name, Angelica. Nate. Good to hear from you, man. Supporting the machine. Thank you, Nate from Michigan. Okay. And Maurice. Okay. J. Mack out of Maryland got your donation. You were right, Star. I didn't do it. Salute. What do you mean? It's a little hard to read. You said I didn't do it. You mean Orlando? It doesn't make sense. I mean, unless he was trying to get his weight up and he was that much of a hothead. But then why would your uncle pass you the gun and say, "Here, nephew. There he is." What blood relative, what blood uncle would pass his nephew the gun to kill another man? I don't know. Area code 517. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 517. Are you there?
Yo, Star, this is Nat from Michigan.
Hey.
I just sent a donation.
Yes, sir. Good to hear from you, man. Where do you want to start, Nat? Thanks for tapping in.
This Keefe D thing, man, it's just like you brought the other day. It's like 50 Cent and Ja Rule. How long? Doesn't it get old at some point?
Yes.
We all know the deal. It's just nigga news. And a bigger question.
You're right.
Why isn't everyone knows that Diddy's name was involved with this? That lets you know something right there. Where they pick and choose and let certain people. Diddy's been named that he's paid for these type of things, and nothing comes of it. It's just a part. It's BS to keep people preoccupied. That's what I'm saying. That's my angle on that.
Okay. But don't we want closure?
We all know closure. We know what happened. We knew what happened 10 years ago.
No. Nate,
Nate,
hang on.
Go ahead.
You're right. It's enough already. Who killed Tupac? Who killed Biggie? You're right. But when I say closure, I mean a precise, conviction. Orlando Anderson was not convicted. Okay. Keefe D, his uncle, admitted to being there. I think at least we want to be sure it wasn't Keefe D. I don't think that the investigation is saying in that Orlando Anderson was indeed the shooter. We assume. We've been told, and maybe some of us believe that. But in terms of getting a conviction, here's the reason why I think it is important, because sadly, the urban community still flies under this bullshit narrative of stop snitching. Tupac was brilliant, man. He wasn't just a great rapper. He was He was a poet. He was a visionary. He was
overrated.
Okay, well that's your opinion. But he was a visionary. He's a hell of an actor. And when he spoke at his young age, he had a wellspring of knowledge. He was a reader. And even the older generation had to listen to what he was saying. Go ahead, sir.
And people like that, that's cool. People that act that they all over the place and they can tap into this and they can tap into that. They make the people that stand 10 toes down on nothing.
Okay.
They don't know that. So, I like Tupac and all that like that, but he's not the greatest of all that, so he ain't in my top 10, maybe top 20.
Gotcha.
But let's go back to the thing.
Go ahead.
the question I have is, there's only one person left alive in that car. There's only one person in it. So of course he gonna put the body on somebody who ain't there, which we all would do. Tip did it. You know what I'm saying? They all do that. We all would do that thing. But the fact is, where's Diddy in all this? They let these dudes come in here and get paid and talk, and we all talk about it. We watch these views and clips. This is old news. But where the real thing is getting washed behind. It's all, I don't know. I don't know. I just find it confusing. Every once in a while they pop up in that.
Yeah. Stay with me. I'm going to give you the last word because you and I have good conversations. Okay, you just said, where's Diddy? So this may lead us to Diddy. Not that I'm wishing, jail on Diddy, but, this ongoing investigation may turn over a big-ass rock. And then, pow! And then we get a confession from Keefe D. Then what? Would you then say, yeah, good job? Or would you still say, man, enough? Who cares if Diddy had his hand in it? What would you say then?
Well, Keefe D getting paid from, he's already informed. The inside, like, he already getting paid, so he'll never admit to anything like that. But my final point before I get off the horn is...
Well, hang on. I asked you a question. Hang on. I asked you a question. Let's say if Keefe...
I won't accept it. No, I won't accept it. No, I won't. To answer your question, no, I won't accept it. That won't be closure for me. We already got...
Okay. There you go.
So my final point, Diddy plays a narrative. He's part, he'll rock the vote. I'm sure in Joe Biden in this fall, you'll see Diddy dancing around with that. He fits the narrative. He's a key player. That's why he will never be implicated in all these things.
Yeah.
He never will. He's a part of the process that we all flock to.
Okay.
Support the show. Love you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man. Salute. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Homie right there. I enjoy talking to him, man. Let that man say what he wants to say. Enough of this shit, man. Who killed Tupac? Who killed Biggie? Henderson, guys, I just printed something out. I wanted to be sure, okay? In 2009, during the investigation carried out by, Greg, Tupac was, Keefe D was given the opportunity of a plea bargain with the LAPD against his drug dealing charges. Davis accepted and gave a statement that contained vital information such as who gave the gun to Orlando Anderson and who shot the gun. So, in 2009, Keefe D, drug dealing charges. He was given a plea deal. 2009. Orlando Anderson died in 1998. That's not rocket science. I'm doing a plea deal on my drug dealing charges. Did you fire the gun, Keefe D, that killed Tupac? No. I gave it to my nephew. He died years ago, 11 years ago. I gave it to him, but I didn't pull the trigger. Lorenzo got your donation. Thank you, sir. Oh, my goodness. Hold on a second. I can't deal with that right now. Oh, wait a minute. The white Denzel, Rory tapping in. There he is. On a Tuesday night.
Yo, peace, God. Peace.
Peace. What's going on, Rory?
Nothing. Everything's good. Everything's chilling. Yo.
Are you sipping a beer? I hear the echo. Are you sipping a beer? I hear the echo and the whistling sound. What are you doing?
You hear me now?
There you go. It's a little better. Go ahead. What's cracking? It's cracking. You have the floor.
Yeah, I had a theory. about Carly, the old girl in Alabama.
Oh, come on.
You know, I think she has a thing for rednecks, man. I think she's down with the swirl. I'm telling you. I think she got jungle fever, and she's trying to hide it. I think she's been, allegedly, I think she's been getting pounded out by white boys. And you know, I think she's a little embarrassed of that. Maybe her family won't accept that. And so she's trying to keep it on the low, you know. I also think the little black baby, the toddler, I think the black toddler was hitchhiking. I think the black toddler I don't think he was lost or she was lost. I think she was hitchhiking to Papa Do's to try to get some of them king crab legs. You know, she probably heard about her mommy or her daddy.
Now, Rory, we're not sure if it was a black. We're not sure if it was a black toddler, a white toddler. I read something early.
Oh, I thought it was a little black baby. I thought she said she seen a little black baby.
Well, hang on. That's what I read. Hang on. That's what I read when the story first came out. A couple of people said, "No, it was it was a white toddler." I said, "Where are you getting a white toddler from?" If that were a white toddler, there would have been checkpoints and all sorts of stuff. Rory, you got to fix your phone, your headset. It sounds crazy. You got to fix it. It sounds bad, man. It sounds really, really bad.
Crazy?
Your phone sounds bad. What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm fucking up. I'm not at home. I'm over here in Long Island, house sitting.
Are you on the headset? You know? Just talk on the speaker. Take off the Puerto Rican
No,
headset.
I'm not on the headset. I'm just talking to you.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just talking to you.
Come on.
Yeah, I think the little black baby was listening at home, and he was hitchhiking to Papa Do's to get some king crab legs, man. That's what I think was going down with him.
All right,
you know, salute to him. And you know, if it was a white baby, if it was a white baby, she would have ran it over. Everybody knows that's Alabama. She would have had a free shot. That would have been like. She would have got like 20 points on that, you know.
I hear you.
With our community.
You're trolling, but hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hang on. Did you and I speak about I mean, you're younger than me, but the Tawana Brawley case, 1987. How old were you in 87? I forget.
87. I would have been like,
You were young.
10.
Okay. So you vaguely...
Yeah, I was young. I do remember it in the paper.
Okay. It was huge.
It went on for a long time.
Huge story.
Yeah.
Oh, they were talking. Reverend Al Sharpton, everybody, they were constantly on the news. And most people assume it was a hoax. They never found anybody that, supposedly kidnapped her and all sorts of shit. But this story reeks of that. It reeks of the same type of story. And I'll even say, human nature, to get out of one situation, you create a lie or a story that then gets out of control. I think this got out of control. Go ahead, finish up.
Yeah, I agree. Whenever it's like a black girl blaming a white people for doing something like this, and it's like conspiracy stuff, there's no evidence. It's almost always, like 99% of the time, whether it's Jussie Smollett, Tawana Brawley, whoever, they know what's going to get emotions out of people. Because the last couple of days, you heard a lot of people saying, nah, Storm, nah, this got some truth to it.
Right.
Nah, this is crazy. This is weird.
Right.
Ain't nothing like that, man. She was getting pounded out by the white boys, and she just don't want to accept that she got jungle fever. That's what it.
But where are you getting this from, Rory? Where are you getting this white boy thing from, or is that just what you hope? Where are you getting that from?
Because she said it was. Well, you don't see too many brothers with red hair, and she said it was a bunch of red-haired dudes that kidnapped her. Okay. And then everybody else was saying like, they did this and they took her. Who do you think they was? They were that's who they were referring to. White people. That's what they were saying.
Okay.
Nobody's kidnapping a mammy in 2023. Are you crazy? Well, nobody's kidnapping a big ass mammy. No, that doesn't really happen like that. Even this whole
not a 25-year-old. I mean, if she were a teenager maybe, but All right, man. Good to talk to you, Rory. Good to
Yeah.
talk to you. And any thoughts on
Listen, stop.
Keefe D? The police
Yeah,
searching
Keefe
his home.
D.
Come on.
Yeah, Keefe D. Not for nothing. I think he got one of the coolest names. That's the way black people should spell Keith from now on. If you're gonna name your son Keith, just name him Keefe. That's a cool ass black name. I can't front on that.
Okay.
I like that fucking
You're
name.
drinking beers, man. We'll talk tomorrow. His phone's killing me. Deuce, got your donation. Hold on a second. What if Keefe D popped his own nephew to keep him quiet? I've already said that. That makes sense. Orlando Anderson, 1998, starts talking. Maybe he was about to tell on Keefe D. Damn, Unc, you got my life all fucked up. You was the shooter. People think it was me. Big Eye Keith says, LMAO, lock that tone loc sounding nigga up. Bet his black ass wish he ain't go on Vlad TV now. I know the first word that came to his mind was damn. Did I read this one from Big Eye Key? He said niggas out here searching for imaginary toddlers now. You might as well start searching for Bigfoot and Elvis too while they're at it. What is my new title? I think I'm gonna put Keefe D Part 2 because again we had an issue with the internet. I don't think I want to give Carly Russell's family that much attention. Let me go to area code 404 right quick while I change my title. 404, you there? Good evening. 404. Take your time. I'm changing my title here.
Come on, man. This last night, this Zanzibar.
Oh, there he is. Let's talk about it.
Huh?
You were there when Tupac was
Come
killed.
on, man.
Let's go.
Hey, look. I'm still waiting for Chuck D to apologize for having her in the video.
Twana Broly?
Huh?
Twana Broly?
Yeah, come on, man. Everybody hype about, this the sad part of it, is that it takes away from black people really getting protection. So they know it's BS from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So when your kid do go missing, guess what? That's why they don't post it like that. My phone go off every Amber Alert, white girl this, white girl that. When they interview the family, you hearing the sad music. You know when it's a black family, you got a nigga reporter. Oh, well, this and that, and they pretty much coaching them to say this or to say that because they know it's BS to begin with.
Okay.
I mean, come on, niggas, wake up. With Keefe D and everybody else, all these fantasy idol worshipers, you see it. I mean, ain't none of this real, man.
Okay.
They put you in front of this weapon, and what happens? You tell them everything, your mother, your father, whoever else, just because you're in front of this weapon. Come on, wake up, people. Wake up.
Okay.
Wake up, man. I ain't no fan of Naughty by Nature. Back in the day, we used to, I ain't going to say too much, but, I don't fuck with these songs like that. But one thing I could say that I'm going to take to the grave and beyond, that Trent said, now since I'm older, I do my dirt upon my lonely, man.
Right.
I ain't fucking with no clowns. If I got to do it, it's me. Put me in front of the TV, put me in front of what, hey, I don't know, no Espanol. Hey, what are you saying? What's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, niggas need to really wake up,
Well, now hang on a second because you and I are from a different generation, and Keefe D, born in '63, 1 year older than me. What are you? 56? I forget, 55. I forget what you are.
Who, nigga?
You? How old are you? I forget how old you are.
Who you
Nigga.
talking?
You, nigga, how old are you?
No,
I forget.
I'm young. I'm younger than that, nigga.
Okay.
I'm younger than that. I'm in my
okay.
40s. I'm almost 50, but I ain't
45, 47. Anyway, what do you
there.
think?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
What
go.
do you think about an old nigga like Keefe D who's been talking over the years? The nigga been doing a whole lot of talking, man. I mean, sometimes I look at him and say, God damn, this is an old LA gang member, a gang banger. You see, there's a difference between a gang member and a gang banger. That's a gang banger. It was banging.
But see, this is the thing. Whether it's an old school carjacker, new school crip killer, whatever, when they put you in front of this weapon, which is known as the TV, where you got the viewers, you got this, niggas, look, they don't even got to ask the questions no more.
Right.
They ain't got to ask the questions no more. Because the more you keep it rolling, the more they going to talk. The more they going to give it up. And they don't know when to stop. But one thing about it is that this whole thing called the internet, see, even though you delete it, it's a cloud that all thing they got to do is reach up to it, and they can pull out everything you said, everything you done from way back in before you was even born.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if this nigga did this, did that, or part of this, they knew it.
Yeah.
But now here it is, the internet sensation, this and that. Look, the case been closed when they closed the casket. If it was a casket, who really gives a damn? Let the man die, man.
Damn. Okay.
Let nigga die. Let these niggas die, man.
Okay. Good to talk to you, man.
Keeping this going for fame. Come on, man. Get out of here. Last night the Zanzibar, old nigga. I'm out of here.
You're out of here. That's my nigga right there. That's my nigga. What did I want to mention here? Oh. Was my pen. Did anybody see Boosie Badass's daughter going in on him? Child. Whoo, child. Calling him all out of his name. Child. He took back the pink Mercedes. I think he got it for her 16th birthday party. I'm not sure which one of his kids this is, but gave her a pink Mercedes. And he took the car back because her mother put him on child support. You guys up to speed? Ooh, child, she went in balls deep on him, called him all sorts of bitches. I said, look at that. You see, that's why I don't want no goddamn kids. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? I'm not a forgiving person. Some people, well, most people, I guess, who have children, you can forgive and move on. I can't. Certain things, fuck out of here. Don't ever speak to me again. Ever. That was crazy. Blade, I got your donation. What are you saying here, Blade? Carly Russell is going to claim that she escaped from the accused Long Island. Okay, yeah, the serial killer. Yeah. Pocket watching with JT. I got your email. Thank you, sir. Do you want to tap in, do a little promoting if you want to talk about those the documents I sent you? If not, salute to you just the same. Pocket watching with JT. He's a sponsor. Okay, I'm not sure who you're talking about. Is it Vernell? Hi, Vernell. I got your donation, but thank you. Okay, let's go to area code 973. Good evening, 973. Keefe D's home ran up in by the police in connection to the Tupac murder. Are you there? 973. Yes, no, maybe?
Oh, I was talking about. Hello?
Yes. Good evening.
Star. Yes, Star. Yo, I was trying to talk about Carly Russell, man.
Please, go ahead.
This guy, this got Tawana Brawley written all over it. You know what I mean? I remember that Tawana Brawley case, man. You had lawyers that was disbarred.
Mm-hmm.
People lost all type of credibility.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that story like it was yesterday. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
If that girl lied like that, she should go to jail. That's a fact. She should go to jail.
How old are you, sir? Can I ask? Because we went in on Sunday in detail. How old are you?
I'm 58.
Okay.
I'm 58.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Patterson.
Okay.
I've talked to you a couple of times.
P-Town, yeah.
But,
So 1987, Tawana Brawley kicked up all that dust. This girl here, Carly Russell, 25 years of age. She was driving a Mercedes-Benz. She's a college graduate. There's new information. We spoke about it earlier. Supposedly, she called her family from the Red Roof Inn, and they came 6 cars deep. And then they left.
Right.
And then later on that night, Saturday night, she went home. And that's where we are. Her parents are saying, the media, you will not bully us. She fought to get free, but they can't talk about it. The fuck?
Man, that story sounds crazy, man. I remember when Tawana Brawley, they started bringing in the DA. They said the DA kidnapped her.
Right.
All type of crazy stuff, man.
Crazy.
It was wild, man. It was wild.
Now, hang on a second, because we're from the same generation. Do you think this hurts the credibility of black women when something does happen to them, when they go missing, or if there's an Amber Alert? Do you think people then say, oh, that's just a lying black chick? Do you think it has that effect, sadly?
Yeah, of course. It hurts black people, man, especially black women. You know, who's going to take us seriously? You know what I'm saying? Us, loosely, you know. We're gonna, you know, it's going to hurt the credibility. They already underreport black people, period. When they go missing, black women, even children, it seems like they don't get the coverage of like white people. You know what I mean? So this not helping. This not the Tawana Brawley seemed like set us back like 20 years. Just that case alone. You know, I still remember that, man.
Do you think that it has to do with the supposed character of black females, or is it because of the low-ranking position that they're in society, and what they do sometimes gets magnified? I mean, if it's running a scam or a jux or prostitution or a robbery or fighting, do you think that those things get magnified and they want to keep that image of them in the public and in the media, and they don't get a fair shake? What do you think about that?
You know what? You know, that is a good point, because they do put black women under the microscope. You know, some of it deserve it, though. You know, a lot of yelling and screaming. Every other day you see somebody, they arguing or fighting in a beauty supply store or something like that. You know, Korean shit jumping on them. You know, there's all type of crazy stuff. So I guess they do want to keep that message out that black women are just hard to get along with. You know. And just aggressive.
Well, I'm asking you because you said you and I are from the same generation. Are you a father? Do you have any black daughters, black sisters, a black mother, respectfully? Just asking.
Yes. I have a 35-year-old black daughter.
Okay.
You know, she's not loud though. She's not loud.
Yeah.
She stay in her position. You know, she's a woman for real.
Yeah.
You know, she's respectful. You know, so all black women not like that, but the message that the media, I agree with you. The message that the media put out and the internet, you know, the streets, you know, YouTube,
propaganda.
It's out there, you know.
Propaganda.
Right, propaganda, right? Yeah, I agree. We are from the same generation.
Yeah.
And I seen propaganda and you seen propaganda. You know, all growing up, we've been plastered all over the TV and the media as the big bad black people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how to say it. You know, we've seen it. We've seen it all.
What state were you born and raised in? If I can just ask you this before you go, what state were you born and raised in? New Jersey, 973. Where you from?
Jersey.
Okay.
Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, Patterson.
You
Patterson,
did
my
say
family
that.
from
Pardon
Camden.
me. You did say that. Pardon me. Patterson. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've been in Jersey all my life, man.
Okay.
You know. At Patterson, you call it Patterson the shithole, but I live here. You know it is what it is. You know.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right, Star.
Thank you, man.
Peace, man.
Salute. Carly Russell. Anybody got any other theories as to what may have happened? Or do we all think and assume she lied and it was something more, scandalous? Does anybody believe that she was indeed kidnapped and that sort of jazz? Hang on a second. There's Janet. Janet, is that you? Area code 973? Hey, good to hear from you. Hey.
Yeah, y'all talking about that lady. Y'all know that lady was, so are you there?
I'm right here. You have the floor. I'm right here.
Okay. You know that lady was abducted by aliens. You know, doggone well that lady ain't lying.
I'm listening.
That's the way I'm gonna put. That's the way I'm keeping it, because they on all the videotapes, they don't show nobody around her, and they don't really show her leaving. So my whole thing is, I don't know what happened, so I say it was the aliens. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna say. But the reason.
Well, hang on. Since you went there, I'm sipping a little Josh wine. What are you sipping? Manischewitz? What are you sipping? Boone's Farm? What are you sipping, Janet?
Water.
Okay.
Water. That's what I'm.
Cap.
But I was.
Well, now hang on. You and I are from the same generation. You're younger than me, but you remember the Tawana Brawley case. And the reason why I keep mentioning that is because humans are creatures of habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creatures of habit. So time goes on, but this is the reason why, one of the reasons why they say history always repeats itself, because humans are creatures of habit. And there are certain ideologies and philosophies and things of that nature that encourage us to repeat certain things, even though we know it's not morally proper, So let's put the alien thing aside for a second. What else may have happened? If you believe aliens, I'll let you do that. But what do you think else may have happened? To Carly Russell.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm stuck on one part, so I really can't give a complete answer. They say that she stopped for food, right? But when they searched her car, they found everything, but they never mentioned the food that she picked up. Now the food she picked up, it was for two people, her and her mother. So it would have been a sizable bag. So until we know what happened to that particular bag, I can't give a definitive answer, because it seemed odd to me. If you're going to leave all these things of value, because the Apple Watch, the phone, all these things are of value, and or ego with the wig and stuff, you're not going to just that's like a sacrifice that you have to do. You're going to just go out, you never know who you're going to run into. So all those things were left in the car, but the food. Now, if I was to get out of the car and I was going to make like a hoax or something, all these things I wouldn't need, because like you said, she was an educated lady, so she understood about pinging of the phones and knowing your location and things like that. So if I wanted to disappear, the only thing I would need is the necessities of life, which is food.
Okay.
So the food.
Well, hang on a second now, Janet. Her phone was outside of the vehicle. I think she dropped it or something to that effect. What do you think about drugs?
Right.
Hang on. What do you think about drugs? Do you think drugs played a part? 25 years of age, doing good, driving a Mercedes, college graduate. Sometimes the younger people who go through the institutions of learning, they're the biggest drug addicts. They've had to take drugs to stay up or to help them focus on those midterms and other things. Those are the drug addicts. It's not necessarily your daughter or your son who didn't go to college, who has to get up and go to work and learn by way of trial and error. A lot of times it's the college students that are on the fucking drugs. Do you think this girl had a drug habit? Possibly.
Well, I don't know about that because she had two conscious conversations. She had one with the police where she described she's seen a baby, a toddler. You understand? And then she had one with her sister-in-law. So she was conscious enough to know the importance of the phone, how to use the phone.
A functioning drug addict? Functioning drug addict?
Could be but if you was on drugs that bad, then that conversation would have totally went elongated a little bit more.
Not necessarily, Janet. Not necessarily. Janet, you've admitted to being an alcoholic when you were in the military. I was a cokehead. I was a Hang on.
No, I have to stop you.
Well, no, I'm going to finish what I'm saying. Finish what I'm saying.
Alcoholic. You are always an alcoholic.
Yeah. Well, hang on a second. I said I'm speaking. Don't try and talk through me, black woman, and don't try and talk on top of me. I'm speaking.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not a recovering alcoholic. I said I'm an alcoholic. Now, a functioning drug addict knows how to function. Key word when they're on drugs. Do you think she was on something? Or do you think that she had a habit? Again, just because she was driving a Benz and she went to college does not mean that she couldn't have been on a Perk 10, a little booger sugar. Just a question.
That could all be true, and I'm not dismissing that.
Okay.
But okay, so let me just put this way right here. When you said I said I was an alcoholic, you're always in recovery. That I don't want that to put out say that you can get over alcoholism or addiction, because you don't. You just recover. You be stronger. You find your stronger self. So I just want to put that out because I don't want people to say, I'm cured, I could go back to drinking. No, you can't.
Well, that's what you said. I don't know. Did you ever go to Alcoholics Anonymous? Did you ever go?
Yes, I even got me a little pin.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
So you're a quitter. You're chicken shit. You're a quitter.
Well, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what I want to say is if a person...
A quitter. Go ahead.
Something is seriously wrong with you. No, what I want to say is this. I want to say that the fact that she had her food, that food wasn't found. The phones, the Apple phone was on the ground, as you say, and the watch was in the car.
Gotcha.
So you have the forethought. This is what I'm saying. If you're on that much drugs and you're not rational, you're not going to have that much forethought.
Okay.
So either this was thought out.
Gotcha.
It was thought out, or it was planned in that particular moment.
Okay. Janet, I got to cut you short. I got people backed up on the phones here. Can you finish up? 15 seconds, please, Janet. You have the floor.
The reason I was calling was because of Orlando Anderson. I believe he was completely innocent. I think he was set up by his uncle. Mm-hmm. This guy, this Keefe guy,
Keefe.
He had they put him in involvement with Biggie death, and by the car that was used, or the Impala was found at his girlfriend's backyard.
Okay.
So my whole thing is this guy, Orlando Anderson, I don't believe he had anything to do with it.
Okay.
He was an aspiring writer.
Okay.
He was educated. And plus, plus he brought a lawsuit against Tupac and his estate. And I think he done that to prove his innocence.
Yes. Janet, I have to take other calls. Thank you so much. Thank you, Janet. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. All right. Mo Fax, I see you, sir. Sit tight, Mo. You're up next. But right now, let me bring in J Mac out of Maryland. Thank you for your support, sir. J Mac, are you there? J Mac.
Yes, sir, I am.
How are you, man? Good evening. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start?
I just wanted to call back in. I was one of your last callers last night.
Okay.
Defending this chick, and comes to turn out.
I did a show Sunday. I wasn't on last night.
Nail right on the head with
Sunday.
this one.
Sunday, I did a show Sunday.
Okay, I did not want to believe it after that Tawana Brawley thing, and I was like, man, no way this could happen again, but it happened again. You was right, Star. Hats off to you.
No. Listen,
right on it.
Well, I'm a man of history, so I was trying to make a correlation of sorts. I'm not trying to be right. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. Listen,
right.
maybe there wasn't a kidnapping. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem, like her story makes sense. Go ahead.
No, because I came in on the end of the broadcast, so I had to call in. But then today I listened to the broadcast all over again and really listened to it. And the baby thing was a big question mark. And like I said, I'm 48, and I just didn't want to believe this thing was happening all over again.
Right.
How can this? Oh, it's crazy.
Toddler.
It's crazy.
Yeah, toddler on the side of the highway. She's probably on some good shit.
I think
hallucinating.
They need to prosecute her, man. They need to prosecute her.
Wow.
She's gonna set black women back again.
Yeah. I would like to see some charges. If it is a hoax, I would like to see some charges, because if this was prompted by a relationship that went, sour, to do this in the public, clout chasing, as many people do these days, I would like to see charges as well. I'll let you finish up. Go ahead.
Me as well, and I agree. As far as the Keefe D thing, rumors been going on for a long time about that, and everybody's kind of pointing the arrow at Diddy. Diddy's got a lot of stuff with him, and like one of your calls said earlier, I think they going after Diddy on this one. And
might be
somewhere down the line, I think they may be going after Jay-Z. It seems like all the black men of power and money, they going after him,
Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate your call, J Mac, and your support. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. All right. Deeds, are we okay with the stream? We had an issue earlier. I think this is Mo Fax. Hey, Mo Fax. Thank you for tapping in, sir. I got your texts. Where do you want to begin? Mo Fax.
Let's start with the Carly case.
Yes,
and I think I'm still going off of the Gone Girl theory. For people that don't know about that movie,
go ahead.
A woman faked her kidnapping to get back at her husband, and she didn't feel like they paid her enough attention. So that's still my theory in this case.
Okay.
And I think she could have got away with it, but for one thing, because we know when black women reported missing, as people have said before, it's not taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go listen to the 911 tape that just released, it's on AL.com YouTube channel.
I heard it. Mm-hmm.
She said it was a white baby. That's where she messed up at. Because on the report, they said it's a white male child and a white T-shirt. When she reported that white baby out there, they put all resources to find out what was going on, and they had eyes on the situation from the very beginning. I think the police department played it smart. Let's go all the way through with this. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't, then they're going to say, oh, we didn't care because she was a black woman. They knew right off the bat what was going on here.
Now, hang on a second, Mo. At first, they were reporting a black toddler. At first.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but when you listen to the 911 tape, I think it's at the 47-second mark.
I heard it today. Heard it today.
They say a white male child in a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
And when they did that, and they said, even on the tape, they said, we don't see a baby out there.
No.
So I think they had access to that camera right off the bat, but they let this thing play out. And that's where that's why I'm thinking this is going. If she would just left it, I saw or I was kidnapped or whatever else, she could have hid out for a couple of days, put her boyfriend in the hot seat because they always look at the husband or the boyfriend first. I mean, that's just police protocol. And put him on the hot seat, and it should have popped back up. It wouldn't have been a problem. But like I said, when that baby came into it, the internet sleuths and everybody else started getting into it, pulling all kind of files and video and everything else, and that's how the machine got to churning over and getting her to trend. And once it started trending, then the black women jumped on it. Like, see, y'all don't want pay attention to us when we go missing.
Right.
Now,
So hang on a second. So you got the attention. Hang on. So you got the attention that you say you never get. Carly Russell, to my knowledge, well, within the last hour or two, I'm looking at a lot of the different trending websites here. No statement from her. Her parents have given statements saying we will not be bullied. What do you think should happen at this point? Let's speculate.
Well, I mean, I don't want to see her overcharged, but I don't want to see her undercharged either, because this does hurt the case for missing black people. Now, I got something I'm going to put on the table. I don't know if you heard about this or not yet. In California, they're trying to break the Ebony Alert law.
I'm not speed.
See, Amber Alert is just for children.
Go ahead.
In California, I think it's already in San Francisco, they implemented it, where they're going to have black children and black women up to the age, I think, of 25 are going to have a special alert to go out on your phone if they go missing.
Oh, Jesus.
And they've been trying to push this. This throws a whole monkey wrench into that whole situation.
Oh, God.
Because this is how I heard about, in light of this case, this legislation popped up called the Ebony Alert. And now notice who's not included in that. You got black children, black women, but black men, they don't care. They don't care if you go missing.
Is this a bill? Hang on, is this a bill? What is this, Ebony Alert?
Yes, it's a House resolution they're trying to get passed in California, but the system has already been implemented, I think, in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. It's called the Ebony Alert.
Okay. Jesus. All right, so you do want to see her charged,
so
though.
Yeah, I do want to, because it's a false, for several reasons. Okay. One, you make black women look bad because they always say, you don't pay attention to us, which there's something to that, because black people don't work with the police when they get involved. So I'm not taking up for the police in no way, but I'm just saying, why expend your resources if you're not going to get cooperation for it?
Right.
Just like in this case, you're mad at a spouse, you're mad at a loved one, you call the police, they come out there, but you don't want nobody arrested.
Right.
So that's a use of resources. And if my theory is correct, that she tried to use the police against the black man to put the heat on him, yes, I want to see her charged.
Okay.
But I don't want to see the book thrown at her. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, it's like, let her be judged and tried fairly.
Yeah, but I want the answers. I'm not just going to sit back and let her have her time to the family has their privacy. You kicked up dust. I want answers. A lot of people want answers, and we deserve it.
And I think that's what the police are doing, is just stepping back. And like with the Jussie case, they had those cameras in the Jussie case. They had that film day one. But they said, let's just see how he spins in the wind. Let's just see where this thing goes, because the cops can play it wrong if they're over aggressive.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna let every piece fall out one by one until this she's wrapped up. And did the family have? Because I heard something else. They said there was a call that came from the Red Roof Inn, and carloads of her family showed up.
We spoke about that earlier.
How involved was the family?
Hang on, 6 cars deep. We spoke about that earlier. They came to the Red Roof Inn, 12 minutes away from where her car was abandoned. Yeah.
So the question is, did their family know, and then they went along with the rules? Are they legally liable in some kind of way? by just saying participating in this hoax. That's why I think the cops are just letting it play out, and if they can get as many as possible, and I don't think anybody's gonna step in to help her because the people that would protect her don't want to get involved in this whole situation.
Yeah. Mo, good to talk to you. Anything else you want to mention?
Can I drop a conspiracy theory right quick on the Tupac situation?
Yeah, Keefe D.
Just a quick one.
Keefe, go ahead.
I think the LGBT is gonna co-opt Tupac, and then they're gonna find this killer. You kill one of ours, because this whole thing, the Tupac, they had this LGBT merch they dropped last year.
Right, we spoke about that.
You have Queen Latifah come out talking about me and Pop went to gay clubs. This week there was a video that surfaced of Tupac allegedly kissing a man and him being flamboyant in the video. And then now you have Keefe D was on I think Art of Dialogue podcast said Puffy was bisexual just a day ago. Yeah. And now all of a sudden his house get raided.
He stays
So
talking.
that's my theory is they're going to co-opt Tupac and then they're going to find his killer.
Okay. Mo, good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in.
All right, sir, I'm going to holler at you. Peace.
Yes, okay. Mo Facts. Hold on a second, guys. I just want to check something here. And on the screen, shot97.com, DJ Elias loaded up 20 new songs today on my platform, which programs drill rap 24/7. Primarily New York tri-state drill rap, which I think is the best. And in case you don't know, I have been doing a comprehensive study since 2018. Check it out, 24/7 programming, okay? Shot97.com. Let me just check something here. Carly Russell, parents, okay. Russell. Oh, 5 hours ago, Carly Russell's employer has spoken out. I'm not speed on that. I'm looking for one of my sponsors. I haven't seen them call in yet, so let me take this other call. Area code 276. Are you there? Good evening. 276.
Hey, Star. Can you hear me?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, it's Michelle from Phoenix.
Hey, Michelle, how are you? How are you?
Good. How are you? Good. How are you? You know what? I'm just a little side note. I was watching you the other night, and literally just out of nowhere, I could hear you saying, "Bitch, I'm broke." I just had, it just did not leave.
What did I say?
You said that on one of your shows. Bitch, I'm broke. That you told
women
you say, "Bitch, I'm broke."
Bitch, I'm broke. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see you saying that all the time now. So,
go ahead.
You know, I would much rather this woman come out and say aliens abducted her to maintain some kind of code and space for the Black community, because this is if in any way this is staged. We need to know the truth for sure. We need to know what happened.
Yeah.
But this is bad, because I can tell you firsthand that missing Black melanated men and women go underreported and underinvestigated. There's a local case here completely underinvestigated.
Okay.
And so there is just things that that we need to pay attention to in this case, but also work to, I would say, as a community, to make sure that we are maintaining some type of code when these things happen, to and start taking it more seriously. This could have been an opportunity to advocate for missing.
If I can jump in for a minute, I don't subscribe to this whole Black community thing when something happens to a Black person. And it's very well known that I don't support tribalism. Just because someone is melanated does not mean that we share the same philosophy and or ideology. I don't know anything about Carly Russell. I don't know if she's a liar, a drug addict. I know nothing about her. I'm just giving a story, I'm giving my thoughts. But this whole community thing, I think that whole trying to be inclusive can do more damage than good sometimes. I want to get to the bottom of what happened. I want to hear from her. And I don't necessarily think that she speaks for black women just because she's melanated. What do you say about that?
Well, I wouldn't say that any one black woman speaks and for all in any given situation.
Oh.
And that's part of the reason that we have such an issue with the 304 culture. It's I guess my point is that you have this compound of ill behavior and this compound of disturbing behavior that I do believe as a mother and as a part of the black community, because I do have to be considerate of how I move in the world. And, you know, there are things that I think, and again, based on my own experience, that we do have to kind of coalesce around, right? Coalesce. I would say always coalesce, because I do agree that not everybody can be saved in our community, but we do need to coalesce around things that are true. And one of the things that, there again, based on my experience and what I've had to, I've been involved in, black and missing.
If I can jump in for a second, I have no problem with saying black culture or the black experience. But I think saying the black community is misleading, because there are certain lowlifes, degenerates, and scum who I'm not claiming, and I don't want them claiming me. And that's part of the reason why I have an issue with people just calling me brother. If I don't know you, don't try to include me in something just because, you know, you assume we share the same ideology or philosophy. So yeah, I have no problem with experience, culture, but that word community. Do you live in a community or a neighborhood? I like to ask people that question. Do you know the difference between a community
and a neighborhood? Well, I grew up in a black neighborhood. I grew up in a black neighborhood. Actually, I grew up in Stockton. It was a black neighborhood. My family's foundation was from Virginia, all black neighborhood. And yeah, we were a community. You know, I grew up in a time where all the fathers volunteered on the baseball team, and you know, all of the kids were on the things on that team.
No, I'm not. No, I'm asking you. Do you know the difference?
Things like that.
Hang on. Do you know the difference between a community and a neighborhood? There's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, I know the difference between a community and a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, but I guess
a community. Hang on a second. If I can just say this, a community. People share a common interest. They may be of the same tax bracket. They may have similar morals, ethics, and values. They may have certain stores and eateries connected to that community or not. A neighborhood, people are not necessarily connected. You can live in a neighborhood where there are other people who look like you, but they don't have any fucking respect for you. They blast music, something happens.
I understand that. And that's why I'm
there's
saying
a difference.
I've experienced the community. Yeah, I've experienced the community. In fact, I'll just very quickly, because I know you have other callers. The neighborhood that I grew up in Virginia, my grandfather, my grandmother, they sold lots to and gave lots to the other black neighbors to build a school, a baseball field. There were common goals in that neighborhood. We still own property to this day, majority stakeholders in that neighborhood, in that black neighborhood.
Right.
And they coalesce to maintain safety, order. My mother lived there now.
Gotcha.
Safety, order, kids, you know, making sure things are safe, things like that. In fact, the school, the property that my grandfather donated to the town for a black school is still there. So when I say community, that's kind of my point of reference. Like
gotcha.
Say. Not so much Stockman.
Okay.
But that is my point of reference, if I could say that.
All right.
But I'm really grateful to you for these stories, Star. I really like your objective opinion.
Thank you so much. You have a great evening. Thank you.
You too, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Okay. All right. There is a difference between a community and a neighborhood. Just because you live around me doesn't mean I want to fuck with you. Doesn't mean I don't want you knocking on my door. You know? If you live in a thriving community, people usually wave at each other. It's a sign of, common decency, respect, A neighborhood, anybody can come in and out of your fucking neighborhood. You can have people that come in and fucking rent an Airbnb and be on some total bullshit, The savages standing outside, talking on the speakerphone in the fucking driveway or on the porch. Go inside, you maggot. Why are you standing outside? Are you not used to living in a home? Where the fuck did you come from? That's a neighborhood. If you're in a community doing that shit, somebody will say something. Excuse me, are you okay? What's going on? Well, it's a little loud, Sit tight on the phones, guys. Brock, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star Janet sounds inebriated. Can't trust her. No, Janet, I like Janet. She has different perspectives and angles, Thank you for your donation, Brock. What is this? Okay, I don't know what this is. Okay, I can't look at that right now. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but thank you so much. Okay, Blade, I got your email. Thank you, Blade. Joshua B., where are you? I don't see you in the queue here. I don't see 718. Are you calling in, sir? Joshua B., where are you? Okay, Florida Boy Jay, I can't get to that right now, but thank you for your email, sir. He keeps me up to speed. King Boy, got your donation. He says, great job. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Guys, my showrunner, www.andretattoos.com. Great body work. AndreTattoos.com. Check him out. Tell him I sent you. Okay. Let me go to area code 205. Extended show. Good evening. Are you there? 205. We're talking about Keefe D. His home was searched by the police with regards to the Tupac murder, or Carly Russell. You at the speed. 205.
Yo, Star. I'm calling back, man. I wanted to give you the breaking update news down here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
They just released, the Hoover Police Department just released new details saying there's no evidence of the toddler walking down the interstate. Surveillance from Carter's neighborhood shows she's walked home alone the night when she reappeared. The police department will hold a press conference tomorrow at 2:30 p.m.
Do we have a lion black heifer?
I had to call you back and let you give you the update.
I appreciate the call. I'm asking you a question. Do we have an alleged lion black heifer?
Yes, most definitely. We got her, man. We got her. So yeah, tomorrow the media gonna go up, man. So,
oh man.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show, man.
I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Salute.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
Okay. The police say there's no evidence of a baby, a toddler. Lord have mercy. Area code 215. Sit tight. You're up next. 215. Sit tight. I want to make sure I'm getting my sponsors some shine here. Okay. Joshua, I don't see you, man. I've combed through my queue. I guess maybe we missed each other this time. I appreciate you responding, though. Okay. Hold on, guys. Carly Russell. The family, they say, no, she was fighting to get free, and you guys are not going to bully her. Or us, the family, pardon me. Area code 215, good evening. 215.
Hey, Star, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's this?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, who's this?
Oh, it's Sarah. How are you?
Hey, Sarah, what's cracking?
Okay.
Good to hear from you.
I'm going to go into real quick the Carly Russell thing.
Okay.
She came and did her job. She did her job. So when I first heard it, in the South, they have setups. Like when people are on the highway, freeway, they may usually, from what I've heard, send a woman out. Oh my God, help me, help me. Then person stops, want to help her, boom, they get robbed or something like that.
Okay.
This situation was different. I said, damn, they're so low, they're using toddlers and babies now. You see?
So when you say she did her job, what do you mean specifically? She did her job.
There's been an excessive amount of black women, especially black teenage girls going missing for, I'll say, more than a year and a half now, excessively all over the country.
Okay.
But the attention that her case gets is to throw off what's really, really going on. She did her job.
Okay.
Her and her family, because that family is off. That family, including that clip that I seen of the brother, he's off. If she lied, they're in on it.
Do you think she lied? Do you think she lied, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay.
I was patient. I absorbed everything, and it's pointing to the fact that she's indeed a liar.
Yeah.
How I was paying attention primarily to the way the police were moving. I said they know something. They can't say it, but in regards to her in this situation. But what speaks volumes is the police and her family.
Yeah. I thought she was lying off the rip. I'll be very honest with you. And it's not because of the color of her skin. I just, I guess maybe because I have a wellspring of knowledge of certain activity from the past and, news stories, crimes, if you will, people that are, just out there doing too much. I didn't believe her. And if she was indeed lying, I do want to see her charged. I do.
If charges don't come, there was a bigger purpose here, but she served her purpose.
Okay.
And then I'm noticing now I'm getting notifications of even. So in other words, it's she was meant to throw off what's not only been going on, but what's to come.
Okay.
Downplay what's coming. You see?
Okay.
Because in everyone's mind is going to be this chick, and when you mentioned her color, based on her pictures, I started to ask you which color, which one.
Yeah.
Because with the pictures, there's pictures of her high yellow, then other ones of her being dark. I said, what? Who is she? What is? You know.
You're going.
Who is she? What is she?
You're going someplace else. I didn't even take notice.
Look at her pictures.
To the other pictures.
Compared to. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, she got pictures of her looking high yellow. She was high yellow. Numerous pictures, and then there's pictures of her dark skin.
Okay.
She's covering us from every angle, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like her kind.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I appreciate your honesty.
I'm about to go there. I'm holding in. I'm holding back. Yeah, you know me. I don't like her kind. So
wow.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I know her kind. I know that spirit. I know that energy very well.
So before you go,
I know her.
Before you go,
not her personally, but I know her kind.
Her kind, right? They're having a press conference tomorrow. The police. How do you think I know nothing about Alabama police. How do you think this is going to play out? Are they going to deal with her with kid gloves because of the media? I mean, it's not Chicago. It's not some city where they
It depends.
Going to
Is Alabama Republican?
Let me check. It's been a long time. The state. Go ahead. I'll check. You have the floor. Go ahead. I'm Googling. Go ahead.
Okay. If they're Republican, they're going to handle her and handle her well.
Yeah, it's now considered a Republican stronghold. How could I forget
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. If they're Republican, I have a feeling, my own personal opinion, they're going to handle her accordingly. If they're not. But then again, once again, it's all about that agenda. There's some really shabby things going down in terms of missing people. And people being and attempted abductions. There has been an increase.
Yeah.
But she and her family have served their purpose. And of course, innocent black women like myself get caught up in the mix. That's what it's all about. It's about dirtying us all up. And I think she's already done the damage. Nothing has to be confirmed. She's 25 years old. Why are your parents speaking for you?
Yeah.
They're saying, their story doesn't add up. I can understand if you got...
I think drugs may have been involved. I think drugs may have been involved. If she still can't speak, I mean, I just don't know what to say. It's been a couple of days now. She's got to say something, or else we can only assume there was some type of narcotic. Not that I have any knowledge, but hey, I appreciate the call, Sarah. Good talking to you again.
All right. Thank you very much, Star.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. I think we're done here this evening. No issues with the streaming. Best 24 got you donation. Hang on a second. Hold on. Carly Russell's parents. They're still saying she fought for her life. Okay. But now, what type of fight for her life? Mental? Are they using semantics? Well, no, she fought for her life. Maybe it wasn't a physical fight. Maybe it was a mental fight. Troll babies? Anybody want to touch that? I should have asked Janet. Janet said aliens. Janet said she was abducted. Who's saying she fought the toddler? Oh, God. Who did she fight for her life? Sherrod, I got your donation. Who did she fight for her life? If the parents are saying she fought, who? Hold on a second. Deed's tapping in. Oh, okay. Deed says her mother said she fought mentally and physically. Uh-oh. I have to change the title. Hang on a second. Okay, Joshua's not calling in. He's busy. Sherrod, I got your other donation. Allegedly, the shooter was light-skinned with a New Jersey Devils hat. Ooh, that said, the life you save will be your own, whilst emptying the clip. Hold on a second. Hold on. Everybody just slow down. We're doing a lot right now. Let's bring in area code. Where's 413 from? Hey, 413, you there? Good evening. I'm gonna change my title. You have the floor if you're ready.
Yeah.
413, good evening.
Yo, what up, Star?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, I'm gonna double down on what you said. I grew up around the time when Tawana Bradley was going on, man, and this got this written all over it.
Okay.
This history repeated itself, man.
Okay.
History has repeated itself. And allegedly, we really don't know what happened, but she was out there beaming up. She was getting right. You know what I'm saying? And her family is defending her. But by the end of the week, she wasn't off fentanyl. She was out there getting right with the Molly, the white girl. She was partying. You know what I'm saying? She was just living her best life.
Well, we have to say allegedly. We don't know, but she picked up food. Not saying that she didn't get food in preparation for what she was gonna do or was going through. So, but listen, I want to hear an explanation. I think enough time has gone by. She needs to speak up. 25 years of age. We're not talking about, a middle schooler, right?
Nah, man. Yeah. No, we need the community needs explanations for everything.
Yeah.
With her, with Jamie Foxx, with P. Diddy, we need explanations for everything right about now. What is going on?
No.
Like,
all right.
They just bringing us through the ringer. But nah, man, that's all I gotta say. You know
Thank
what
you,
I mean?
man.
Good show. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Salute. Thank
Peace.
you. Okay. All right. Peace. Carly Russell fought mentally and physically for her life. No, you will not rape me. No. Hold on a second, guys. Pushing. Okay. I did not speak to Joshua B. He's busy tonight. Pocket watching with JT. He's okay. I did got his email. Thank you very much. Who else am I missing? Oh, Jordan Wells. Jordan Wells, you can always call in, man. Are you out there? I'm going to make sure I'm promoting your book. The Second Son by Jordan Wells. Why the Caged Bussy Sings. I got you donation. The Black Toddler is Star's alleged grandson. Okay. Okay. He's going someplace. From Amy, hoping to catch Star lacking on the drive back to New Jersey. Okay. Thank you. Big Aki. Oh, yeah. I saw 2 pit bulls, 3 toddlers, and a pigeon shooting dice on the George Washington Bridge. I need help with my GoFundMe because police didn't believe me and cuffed me. Okay. Okay, and Deuce, yes, we spoke about that. If Keefe D shot his own nephew, Orlando, I think Keefe D's the shooter. I have no proof. I think he killed Tupac. He's from my generation. How old was Orlando Anderson? Hold on a second. How old was he? Thought I had it written. Let me Google this. Orlando Anderson. I don't remember him being a gang banger. Was he a gang banger or was he, gang affiliated? Okay, born in 1974. Was he a gang banger, folks? Keefe D was a gang banger, huh? We had to show and prove in the 80s, You couldn't get around certain shit. Somebody rolls up on you or you see the ops. You got to get busy. You got to get busy. Show and prove. Or else you get dealt with. Hi, Sharon. I got your donation. Thank you so much. Area code 630. Good evening. Are you there? 630. Are you ready?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you? Thank you for tapping in. What do you want to start?
Man, I'm all good, man. This whole case with Shorty is crazy, you hear me? But I just want to talk about Keefe D, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Excuse me. He seemed like, you feel me? Like, I just heard what you just said. He probably the one who did it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he about did.
I think he did.
He about did, dude.
I think he did.
I mean, his swagger say so. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But shit, at the end of the day, I'm so tired of that Tupac. I thought Vlad solved that mystery shit. I thought Vlad solved that. I don't even know why we talking about this no more, man. I thought Vlad.
Well, listen, sir.
Yo.
I'm 59. How old are you?
I'm 36. 36
Okay,
young.
okay.
36 young.
I've been tired of talking about this shit. I've been tired. But niggas been niggas been hitting me ever since the story came out. Yo, big nigga, we had donations coming in. I gotta do what I gotta do. You feel me? Get on the mic, old nigga.
Right.
Let's go. You feel? I've been tired of this shit. Go ahead.
Hey, I hear you. I promise you, I hear you.
Right.
But nah, to keep it funky though, man. Hey, I don't know if he in Cuba or whatever.
Oh,
I thought,
stop.
like I said, I thought Vlad. Yeah, I know, right?
That
I
nigga's
thought
dead.
Vlad solved it.
Yeah.
But on another note though,
Go.
note with Shorty though, it's kind of weird though, man. I don't know, like, cause I caught your show the other night. You follow me?
Okay.
And then when I first heard it, I'm like, man, Shorty just had a rendezvous with her side boo.
Okay.
She dipped off, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn it, my lady telling me the story and all of that, keeping me up to speed, whatever. And I'm like, what? Red roof? What? This, that, and the third. I'm like, nah, it's something different, man. Like, what's going on?
It's taking a bunch of different turns.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
You said what?
It's taken a bunch of different turns, this story. It's still trending.
Weird,
Still trending.
I mean,
Still trending.
I could believe it. Like, it's weird because at the end of the day, like I said, I thought she just dipped off because I heard about her boyfriend. I'm like, she dipped off on Buddy, went to the telly, Blase Skippy, you know what I mean, and just did her and came home on some shit, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But now that I hear y'all speaking about the subject, I damn near believe she was abducted by aliens.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate the call, man. Salute.
I hear you.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. All right. Now, aliens. Yeah, she was smoking alien OG. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. Florida Boy J, there you are, sir. Thank you for holding.
Hey.
FBJ in the building. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, real niggas in the building. You know what I'm saying? I see they, trolls in the community section hating on the $500 pair of sneakers, you know what I'm saying, and $200 shirt. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Those are Nike SB 4, you know what I'm saying, Air Jordan 4 SBs, sneaker of the year. Niggas ain't got those yet, but we gonna get on these topics.
Well, hang on now.
So,
You're talking about your picture in my community section that has a link back to your page. People are hating on the sneakers that cost how much?
They for a size 11, they about $500 right now. If you try to get them on the aftermarket, shirt round 200,
Okay.
light work, and it's gonna lead you straight to prosperity to my to my last episode of Perspectives Facts podcast.
Okay.
We want to talk about is hip hop too feminine, and we got Drake painting his nails. We got the Island Boys making out. We just got the King Von wanting to be in the bussy bunks in the jails, and now we got another rapper out of Chicago, Lil J, making out with lady boys in the jails. So it's a lot of these rappers on a different type of time. So we had to really discuss that and get into it, because at the end of the day, the discussion about hip hop and these rappers getting too feminine is kind of getting out of control.
Hang on. I want to jump in.
Right.
So there's video footage of King Von. Where was that? In Chicago, when he told the guards he was gay and he needed to be in PC. Was that Chicago? Where was that?
Yep, that was Chicago.
Okay.
And niggas.
Well, hang on. I can understand why he did that, because those types of units, gangs, teams where he's from, you get put in the wrong goddamn area, you're going to get stabbed, you're going to be leaking, so you say what you got to say to get the fuck up out of Dodge. I can respect that. I don't think he was gay. I mean, I don't know for certain, but, yeah, but and somebody said, I could hear somebody say, I don't know if he called him Vaughn, he said, I'm going to fuck you. And then Vaughn said, I'm going to fuck you too, and blew him a kiss.
Yeah. to me, King Von's not beating Bussy Boy allegations. I hear everybody, saying how it sounds rational, but no, nigga.
Okay.
You was catching bodies.
Okay.
You supposed to have all the clout in Chicago. You supposed to have gang in there moving around. No, you're a Bussy Boy. I don't want to hear no Chicago niggas moving goalposts about how, niggas, see, that's what niggas supposed to know. Stand on your square. You a gangster. You on G time. You locked up. Stand on your square. Go in the dorm and handle that. Or you want to be with the boy? How you want to be with the boys who like boys and you want to spend the night with them? Nah, nigga. Chicago got to call in and talk about this next show. I know they trying to skate by. Then we got little TJ video came out. He got a lady boy sitting on his lap making out with him. That footage just dropped.
Does anybody really care about him though? I mean, I think you even mentioning him is promoting him. I mean, not that we can't mention it, but I don't think anybody cares about him. And you mentioned those two guys. Was that last week? The Island Boys. I mean, who gives a fuck about those guys kissing?
Yeah, like I said before. So you got all these situations, got all these niggas get hot in the summertime. They getting out of pocket. That covered out on the pod. And before and after that, let's get on these topics.
Yeah, come on.
The Hoover police just said they have no. The Hoover police star just said they have no evidence of a black baby or white baby on the side of the road or nothing. And we got text messages and DMs of her talking to some girl who slept with her ex-man, and how that kind of adds to the narrative of she was, getting some get back on her ex-man by going out with the side, and they got the red roof in. I don't know. You have the information, but I can read it verbatim. And there's some more stuff
we've already addressed that. We've already addressed that. Her family came 6 cars deep to the Red Roof Inn, but she wasn't taken out of there if she was there. So, but there was a 911 call, as you just said, to her family.
And you heard about the guy with the orange hair balding who picked her up in the 18-wheeler and painted her toenails and fed her Cheez-Its for 2 days. Yeah, man. Can't believe it. Can't believe a lying black bitch star. I mean, come on now. Come on now. We can't do it. Can't do it. Just another. The black woman is not God. How many times we got to go around it? And then to round out one of the topics with the Keefe D. To me, allegedly, Star. Can we just be honest and say that Keefe D, Devon, all these guys who still be on Vlad talking, all these niggas who were in gangs back then, these niggas is just agents. They were just doing jobs. Honestly, this should go back to Diddy, because Diddy been running his mouth with the liquor and impressing them white boys. They probably gonna drop the hammer on Diddy too. But let's admit that a lot of these niggas who caught bodies, like a fat Keefe D and the rest of these niggas, were just informants, man. Because how y'all the only niggas who survived? How y'all ain't got life in prison? Why y'all still talking about these cases as if they're still unsolved?
Yeah.
So honestly, they should be investigating them, and we shouldn't be looking at it as it was some gang violence. If you know what was going on with Tupac, you know what's going on with Biggie. It was a lot bigger situation than just gang shit. Just because they're black, it's easy to chop it up like that.
I agree.
The way they did Nipsey's death.
I agree. Hey, man, good to talk to you. I'm going to wrap this up because I've did a show earlier and I'm exhausted. When's the next time you're going live?
Hey, man, we're going live tomorrow night, Straight Facts Podcast, episode 84. And we're talking about a few topics. We're going to actually be breaking down why and if Puff Daddy was behind the killings of Tupac and Biggie, seeing as he was going to be the first nigga. He was going to be the first odd man out, because Death Row was going to be Death Row if Shook didn't kick old dude.
Gotcha.
Pac was about to get off. He had albums coming. Big was with the Commission. He was rolling with Hove and a couple other niggas. He was about to get up out of there. The only nigga who was going to left holding the bag was Puffy. He had to get everybody else out of there. We're going to break it down tomorrow.
Okay. Good to talk to you. Thank you, Florida Boy J.
Yes, sir. Have a good show.
Okay. Let me go through Cash App. I appreciate you folks supporting the machine. Hemp Lord, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Okay, Joshua B says he'll check in tomorrow. Folks, 3 more lawsuits came down today involving Cesar Pina, Jennifer Pena, and DJ Envy. DJ Envy's being sued, Rashawn Casey. If you need a lawyer, if you have supposedly, allegedly been scammed, hustled, hoodwinked out of money from those three, reach out to me via email, and I can put you in contact with the lawyer. The feds are looking at things. You know, I call the FBI. Hang on a second. Here's my email address. If you want to see the documents, send a donation. We'll send you the documents. Some of them I'm not going to post because some of the people who are filing these lawsuits, they're not looking for interviews. Tony the Closer is back on the job. He and I spoke last night, and we were texting this morning. I think he went live on either Instagram or YouTube earlier. Okay, salute to him. But there's my email address on the screen, all right? Hold on a second. Terrence, I got your donation. Will human sex trafficking be her excuse? Makes sense for her to claim that, you know? I don't know, though. Blade. I don't know if she had any injuries, Blade. We haven't seen her, you know? I don't know what the so-called proof is. Hey, Christy, I got your donation. Save the baby. We got the sketch. Save black babies. Okay. Thank you, Christy, for your support as always. Brock, I got your donation. Okay, he's taking shots at Janet. Thank you, Brock. Terrence again. Where in the hell is Benjamin Crump? Oh, my goodness. Please don't let him get on the set. What would he say? Well, this has got to stop. Who would he sue? A bountiful soul sends in a donation. Carly actions may have been a self-deletion. What? Okay. Thank you. Okay. And Brock sends in another donation. Folks, I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. Thank you for your support. And let me see. I got some new jazz music. Hold on.